Okay everybody, here's our starting point for today. You can see I got all the lines, got all those little hinge doodads on there, and I took a little closer look. I went ahead and put the little hinge lines on back here. If you look at the picture here, I wasn't sure how I was going to do that because I thought it was connected to the aileron, but so I went ahead, and this bottom line is actually the aileron hinge line, and then I just put the little hinges on. So it actually looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because we're not gonna need that. Oops, I got it taped on the bottom here. There we go. And we'll get ready to put our first coat of primer. Up here, I went ahead and masked off all the areas I don't want to get paint on. We are going to have to paint this part of the fuselage because these hinge lines or panel lines go up onto the fuselage. But everything else I have masked off. So, alright, I'm going to put this up on a tripod and we'll get going. Okay, I'm going to let this set up for just a second here. This stuff dries pretty quick, so I can add another layer here shortly, but I'm going to focus a little bit more just on the panel lines. You don't want to put it on too thick because you don't want your wing to have a funky shape to it, but I'm going to build up a little bit on the panel lines first. Okay, we'll let this one set up real quick. Okay, I'm going to hit this from a different angle here just to make sure we're getting everything. Alright, that should probably do it. So need to charge up the battery a little bit before I peel that tape off. We're going to let that dry really good. We don't want it peeling around the edges, and then we don't want to not get a nice crisp edge. So I'm going to go ahead and charge the camera up a little bit, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we take the tape off. Okay, so I'm ready to check this out. I'm not going to use the block sander here. It's a little bit too rigid, and I'm afraid it's just going to tear these panel lines, so I'm just going to use a piece. This is a 220 grit, and we're just going to very carefully we're just sanding this until it turns black, just the color of our tape there. Then we know that we've kind of reached the surface. And you can kind of see it starting to come out here. Yeah, we'll have to see on these little hinge line things. These little pieces here are sanding off pretty easy, so hopefully they came out, but if not, we'll have to go to plan B, whatever we decide that might be if they're bad. Alright, let's go ahead and pull it up and see what it looks like. Being a little stubborn on that side, so we'll start up here maybe. Holy crap, that took a long time. Anyways, my back is killing me, but let me show you what this looks like. You're gonna see there's a few areas that still have the adhesive from the tape, but we'll get that cleaned out somehow. So here's what you're gonna end up with, and I think it looks pretty good. So you can see it's just a little bit of an indentation. I'm going to go ahead and sand over the top of this just a little bit to kind of clean up the edges. And the whole thing is we don't want these to be big, you know, cavernous cracks. On the real one, if you look at it, obviously the panel lines aren't the main focus. They do actually try to streamline that. So anyway, so I think this will be just fine. It's not too deep, not too shallow. It gives the detail that we're looking for, and I think it's pretty good. So let me go ahead and do a quick sand on this, and then I'll show you what it looks like, the final product. Okay, so here's the finished product. So I'm trying to get a good light angle there so you can see the panel lines. So still have some tape residue in some of these, so I got to figure out a way to get that out of there. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. I'll probably add one more just real light coat of primer and then sand that smooth just to fill in any little imperfections and stuff from the sanding. And then I went ahead and did the back here, and again there's a lot of tape residue. That's what that kind of white stuff is. So anyways, I just got to figure out how to get that out of there. I don't want to use a solvent that's going to end up eating away at the primer. But anyway, so let me see if I can get a close up here. So here's our panel lines. Alright, looks a lot cooler from this side, doesn't it? So, alright, well I'm going to go ahead and post this video up, and I don't think I'm going to start on the next wing. I'll probably wait maybe till next week to do that. I need a break from all the panel lines and everything, so I'll figure out what I'm going to do next, and you'll see that on the next video.